This, ladies and gentlemen, is the King. Toyota RAV4, the best-selling crossover in Canada for 3 years running, and one of the best-selling SUVs in North America for a number of years. You know what's scary when you think about that? That was with the old version of the RAV4. Oh, and if the screen's a little bit weird because I'm shaking, it's because skating rink. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. This is the all-new 2019 RAV4. First thing I can tell you, it's stylish. It doesn't look like a scared little worm. Maybe that was a little bit too mean, but look, it's got a little bit of attitude. It's got a snout. It's got stance. Well, maybe not. But anyway, this is a limited, by the way, so that explains the wheels, the bright work, and a few other details. And it retails for $40,690. Second most expensive version. There's a hybrid limited, which should be quite interesting to drive, but I will not make any further comments on the hybrid until I drive it. Right, so if you want to base a RAV4 2019 LE front wheel drive, $27,990. If you want all-wheel drive on the base truck, it's about $2,700 more, but it includes a few other features. What's important to know, right, in my limited, it is completely loaded, including, but not limited to, torque vectoring, heated cooled front seats, heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, power hatch, Entune 3 with an 8-inch display, and on and on and on. Actually, let's just get right to it. The power hatch itself is, if I can get to it, right over here, disappointingly slow. Like, not Mitsubishi Outlander slow, but yeah. Okay, but look at the trunk. 1,064 liters, I believe. It is huge. Look how wide it is. Look how deep it is. Right, so maybe the hatch kind of cuts into the height over here, but still, oddly enough, one of the cheapest cargo covers I've ever seen. But whatever, it does the job, right? And under here, storage kind of useless. You get a little bit more here. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that won't rattle. Anyhow, moving along. Right, so my limited has the fancy leather and fancy colors. You see how reclined the seat is? That's because the seats are reclining. This is essentially a lounge. Oh yeah, here you go. Rear heated seat button. Entry, exits, unbelievably easy. And the room, it's scary how much room there is. And with the seat back, I said it's a lounge. You can sit 3 across here. You could, with a baby seat. So much room. It might be the roomiest compact crossover available now. All right, I'm getting it up. Door handle, here we go. Look at these seats. Look at the lateral support. It's insane. And power lumbar support too. Oh, these controls. There's your heated steering wheel. Focus, please. There we go. Heated windshield. I love that. Every car should have that. Speaking of every car should have, these little pouches. Very Toyota, very a la Highlander. They are absolutely brilliant. Quite deep, in fact. Phone, wallets, your joints. We can say that. It's legal now, right? Okay, so fancy display. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's your 8-inch display up here with Entune. All your menus you could ever possibly hope for. It's kind of slow to load, but that's the way it is. Anyway, your drive modes with hill descent. I'll mention these in a few minutes again. Wireless charging, which is brilliant. This button made me discover a bunch of things. I'll tell you a little bit more. There's your heated cool. Front seats. I love these knobs. You gotta feel them. You gotta fight. There's just enough resistance, and it's rubbery. It's so tactile. It's amazing. Same thing for the volume. Right, all your apps. It's all here. It's absolutely all here. Oh, that little graphic in the instrument panel. It pops up when you start playing with your menu buttons here. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few moments. Plenty of storage. I'll show you cup holders, storage in the door. I showed you those. It's roomy. It is lovely. It is classy. And the drive, well, I'll tell you about that in a few moments. I said the King, right? Let's go. So from behind the wheel, it's just all the more obvious that Toyota will continue to dominate the segment. I mean, we've had ice, minus ridiculous freezing degrees Celsius temperatures, tons and tons of snow, rain, frost, the whole shebang, and the roads are broken. Right now it's kind of smooth, but, and it is on those broken surfaces that you discover how good this platform is, how well adjusted the suspension is. And that's just one aspect of the drive. Steering is lovely. There's no kink in the steering. The brakes are lovely. The downsides, my goodness. The 2.5 liter, which is kind of making a comeback. 203 HP, 184 pound-feet of torque as of 5,000 RPM with the 8-speed automatic transmission. Gets noisy, quite a bit noisy, in fact, as the engine revs climb. And Toyota's kind of had a hard time dealing with that in the past, and they continue to do so. The other common / typical Toyota issue with their, we'll call them car-based SUVs, Highlander this, is the all-wheel drive system. Now, in that wonderful mix of driving conditions that I just described, and because in the name of testing this, I like to deactivate ESP and see truly how the all-wheel drive system works, it's slow. It's heavily front-wheel biased, and that's regardless of the drive mode: mud, sand, rock, sport, normal, whatever. You do get a lot of understeer, and you feel the front end pulling and the rear end kind of dragging until it finally gets more torque. Because if you look at the little diagram on your instrument panel here, it says that it's getting power, or the wheels are being activated at the same time. It really does not feel that way. Mazda CX-5, for example, is far more in tune, or I should say, on the ball. Same thing with Subaru Forester. I mean, it's instant, and you can feel it. And then the easiest way to tell is how quickly you put it sideways. This one takes more effort. CX-5 will swing. Forester won't swing as quickly as it may have in the past, but the bottom line, what's important to remember from all that information is that you won't get stuck. With a good set of winter tires, you'll be fine always. I just might be a little bit more bored. But the gist, the bottom line, what's important, oh yeah, fuel economy. With all those driving conditions, again, I'm averaging just over 8.5 liters, which is brilliant. 8-speed automatic transmission. It's smooth, it works well. It doesn't feel, like it has 2 extra gears over. Again, the CX-5, which I think is, they're on an equal footing, if you will, for quality, performance, handling, space, and all that, or just about. But I mean, other than the slightly slow all-wheel drive system and a slightly noisy 4-cylinder, which is the same in the CX-5, by the way, this thing will continue to decimate and destroy in its category. And you throw in the multiple versions and the more equipment and the value and the fact that it's got a Toyota badge on it and it's made in Canada. I mean, there are other good compact crossovers out there, but this one, I mean, let me put it to you this way. If you like driving a lot, check out the CX-5. And the Tiguan is not what it used to be. The Forester is good, very, very good. But, if you don't have time to invest in shopping, just go to a Toyota dealer, pick up your RAV4. You'll never regret it. This thing is really, really good.